Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Rock and Metal News album review of the new Suicide Silence. It's their self-titled album, which is out on February the 24th through Nuclear Blast Entertainment. Wow, what a hype this one has, and what commotion it has caused regarding the new sound and direction that Suicide Silence is taking. I think, we'll get into the track review a bit on the songs, but I think the big thing about this is the huge change of sound and direction of the band, and how the fans will react, the old fans, and whether or not new fans will climb on board with this sound that they have. To me, my theory is, this is just my thoughts on how this huge change was occurring, maybe due to the band and their label sitting down to find a way to advance the band, maybe, sell more albums, get more ticket sales, take another step. And maybe they thought they got to change the sound, the move out of the deathcore, and they brought on Ross Robinson, who has done Korn, Slipknot, Machine Head, Deftones, and you can hear the influences and the sounds of these bands all over this album, especially the Deftones. They brought on clean singing into this album, and it seems to be a lot of sort of atmospheric type clean vocal singing that moves into some screams, almost like the Deftones do. So I feel like the Deftones are sort of direction that they took this album is really influential on this, and Ross Robinson is regarded as the godfather of nu metal. So I think that there was a lot of influence in the direction and producing of this album from outside of the band. That's my guess. I don't know about that. Maybe the band all just jumped on board and said, yeah, let's do this completely change of almost complete change of genre into this nu metal type sound. So if they did, let's see how it's going to go. But we'll start with the first song is Doris. The beginning track, the first 38 seconds, does sound like the old Suicide Silence. You can tell by the guitar riffs, the drum sound, the drum beat. It does sound like Suicide Silence. However, once the vocals start up, it completely changes the track feel, and they go into almost like a Deftones, Slipknot type sound. There's even some parts in here that almost have like a Machine Head type vocal sound or vocal phrasing sounds as well. But the Scream Tones really wasn't into the Scream Tone sound on that. The next song is Silence. This is the Korn Oildale track, they call it, where it has the same chugging riff that Korn used in Oildale, and you can hear that. I mean, as soon as it starts up, everyone's, hey, that sounds like Korn. But this also has almost like a Deftones type feel in it as well. Just not really as good as the Deftones. This is probably my favorite track off the album is Silence. Just a real complete change in direction. They have the next track is Listen. It's got a cool riff with some harmonics at the beginning. I really like the actual power chords that they get into after the riffs. But the Scream Tones, I don't know, they're just to me not super pleasing tone. I really liked Eddie's Scream Tones on the last album, but this one here, there's the Scream Tones are just different. And I don't like them as much on this one. The next song, Dying in a Red Room, this one really has a slow Deftones type sound in it, but I felt the vocals seemed a little flat in it. To me it had a real sort of Deftones type feel to it. Then Hold Me Up, Hold Me Down. This one had some pretty cool guitar riffs, but you know, not a, I don't know, it just didn't really go too many places. The song Run has a slow beginning, it's got clean vocals. To me, in this part of this track, it had an old Slipknot type feel, like real old school Slipknot type sound. The Zero, that one had an atmospheric start. It sounds like the Deftones. The guitar tones, though, weren't super crisp. It has a real nice drum intro, almost like the Deftones type drumming intro. But the guitar tones were a little dirty for it. Maybe they could have used some clean guitar tones on that. And I felt again that the vocals seemed a little flat to me. And there's a track, Don't Be Careful, You Might Hurt Yourself. This one here, they were trying to be really heavy in it, but it was just really noisy, and it didn't really go too many places. I just thought the track was very, very noisy and not really any dynamics in this one. I think the big the big question on this is how are they going to sell? How are their old fans going to take this album? Are they going to lose a lot? Are they going to gain a bunch of fans? But that's all yet to be determined. But I think it's just a really huge change of direction on this. And it's going to be interesting to see how it does and how this really plays out. So I can't wait to hear your guys' comments on this and what you think of the new Suicide Silence. For myself, I don't think it has a lot of repeat listenability for myself. But you guys let me know what you think. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News. Thanks for tuning in.